Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Chandler of the Geek Slays, and welcome back to the Scuffed As Podcast, episode 110. Man, today we're here with JudoRed. How you doing?
Doing great.
Name change again since the last time you were on, but it is what it is.
Actually, not 100. I was red.
Oh well, yeah, that's right. I forgot about episode 100. I was meaning the last episode that was just you. You were judo
Oh, true that.
because you had just changed from judo chop.
Facts.
Yeah. How you been, man? It's been a while.
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me. All is well.
Oh yeah. Well, that's good to hear. Good to hear. So I want to start this off by kind of seeing what you've been up to in the streaming world. What's been tickling your fancy lately?
And I am on the grind. I am just staying in my lane, focusing on just finding myself. I've been streaming about 2 years now, and I truly believe that this is an art form. Creating content, being a streamer in general, having a brand, having any kind of a community, and that ever evolves, and it's always trying to find itself, its niche. And I'm trying to settle in and so that I can keep saying
For sure.
so that I can push forward and just ride with what I'm building. And it's been good so far. We talk about the name change, that's part of it, for now, and what's going forward with my brand and everything. Just focusing on certain content to stream. I for the most part, I did run a lot of Call of Duty, and it's just been so rough. I had to get off of it, which it took me a while to do that because I stuck through a lot of bad times, but it's just not in a good state right now. And as much as I love Call of Duty, I am a variety streamer, and I want to focus on other things, and I want to zero in on these games and actually make content off it. So I've been focusing on content, focusing on the brand, and building the community, which is thriving and doing good so far too. So all is well.
Yes, it is. Your Discord server just hit 650 members, right?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. It could have hit another milestone since the last time I saw something. Your Discord server is popping, man.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, I've seen a lot of Destiny 2 from you lately.
Mm-hmm.
What made you decide to go to Destiny?
Prior to me being a streamer, I did run a lot of Destiny, and then I've got a weird gaming history. I'd never played Halo. I never got into any kind of shooters or FPS that was non realistic. I played Call of Duty, things like that. But this, I remember when Destiny came out, I was like, man, I knew it was made by Bungie, so I assumed that it was like Halo. I was like, it's like Halo, it's aliens and stuff. It just doesn't do anything for me. I played the beta for Destiny 1, and I loved it, man. Literally 10, 15 minutes into the game, I was like, okay, this is actually fun to play. I actually enjoy what I'm doing. For all those that did play Destiny 1, know that game was the grindy game.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, the game was grindy. I played it with friends, IRL. And when Destiny 2 came out, I was not a streamer when it first came out. And all my friends that played Destiny 1 were like, dude, forget this. We're not. I'm like, yo, you getting Destiny 2? Let's do this. Blah, blah, blah. And it was like, nah, man, I'm moving on, man. That game's too grindy. I just can't get up with the new one, man. I can't believe they just cut the other one off and all that. So I had nobody playing with it offline before I was a streamer. And then, end up becoming a streamer. And I just never really got to it. And I'd like to have. And I tested it out a couple of times streaming it, and it was really difficult. I just didn't find like I was saying earlier, my niche with the game. I knew that there was going to be a big expansion coming out, for the Witch Queen for it. And I planned way back in November. I was like, yo, I know that this new Warzone map's going to come out. This is before I even felt what Caldera is like in Warzone. This new expansion is going to come out, and we're going to give that a run. We're going to test some stuff out. No matter, I don't know if this map's going to be hot or not, Caldera and Warzone, but whatever it is, come end of February, we're going to test it out. And I was saying that in November. I wanted to focus on certain games. Like I've got like as much as I'm a variety streamer, like I've got a handful of games I only really stream, and I've got another game that I'm gonna be juggling with it as well, which is Sea of Thieves, and those are gonna be the two games. There's other, I try to zero in the content so I'm not too messy with stuff. I don't want to be like that. There's other games with that, as a variety streamer, like in the past I learned, like it's not, don't just have random streams and random content, like, like build people coming to the channel, like from other communities I've recommended on Twitch, like that play Destiny. So I like to build consistency off of that, because right now there are games that are tempting to play. Like I was so close to playing Elden Ring. I was so close to playing Fortnite no build. I was so close to playing I actually want to play WWE 2K, but I'm like, I have to tell myself, judo, like calm down. It's just how it is. So
all right, shots fired. I'm the guy who plays, I stream 6 days a week and I play 6 different games. Shots fired. I'll take it. No. No,
it's not a bad thing.
No,
but,
it just,
yeah.
I do get what you're saying, though. It is tough to, if somebody follows you because they like watching you play Fortnite, are they going to want to show up to you playing other things? Who knows?
It's more so not about anybody else but me, to be honest.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm zeroing on these games for me, because like I want to make consistent content on this, and I actually want to be like really good at being able to yap and talk a lot with an active chat, and I like to be able to like play a game at a higher level too. So
sure,
it's more challenging for me than anything, more than those other reasons.
Destiny is also tough, at least to me. You have to have a consistent group to play Destiny with, if that makes sense. Like I can't hop on Destiny and solo queue into stuff. It just doesn't work because people are kind of annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, like what I'm gonna say this, like, because from my experience back on the game right now recently, this new expansion's brought a lot of people out of the woodworks. Like they didn't play Destiny since Destiny 1. They're like, okay, this actually looks cool and all. And I'm like, a selling point for the game. The game's crossplay,
right?
Cross-platform.
Yep.
Not only that, like you don't need to buy this new Witch Queen content to enjoy the game right now. Like I can level up my light with, I don't even have to the cap without even buying the Witch Queen. So it's like no excuse to play the game. So it's like, okay, like people would say like pumping my stream, they're like, is it cross-platform? Or I don't have the new Witch Queen, I can't, it's $40, I don't want to spend it, I haven't been playing Destiny in a long time. I was like, well, yo, you can still play this game with us and do stuff, and you can still get to the level I'm at and enjoy stuff, raids and whatnot. So they do a lot of good stuff for their community, and but solo queuing it, I don't know, I'm not having a hard time like building a little bit of a group that's been playing it. That's been pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm just like, the only time I ever play it is if I have a couple of buddies who are super into it. So it's like, I'll jump on with them, but I'm not going to jump on when it's just me and hope I can find a group that's not insane.
I hear you.
But that's how I am with most games. That's why I don't play Valorant anymore. Because I don't like solo queuing in multiplayer games. It just bugs me.
No doubt. I hear that.
But
yeah, friends make any game better, to be honest.
That's valid. That is valid. Also, going back to Call of Duty, I remember I was the one trying to convince you to stop playing it. And then in the last 2 weeks, I've started playing it again, kind of.
Really?
Rebirth, because it's less Warzone-y.
I mean, that's a good point. See, like, I just done Rebirth so much, man. It's been out a while, and that's the thing. Like,
right.
As far as I go, like, I haven't played COD, bro, since December. We're here in March, end of March almost. Like, that's wild. That's the longest for me.
Right.
And I told myself, I was like, you know what? Let's just take a break. It's not in a good spot, and it doesn't seem fun. Right. I can't force myself to do it. I'm not hating myself playing the game, but it's just not like, it's not fresh. It's not for me. It's like, as much as I love COD, I told myself I'd go back on the summertime, right?
Right.
But I'm like starting to already get in my head that I'm not gonna do that either. I'm like thinking to myself, I might just wait till the new Modern Warfare 2 comes out,
Yeah.
was the end of the year, and then I don't know when the date is for for Warzone 2 when that comes out. I might just wait till then, to be honest.
Right.
But Rebirth looks like they're doing new stuff for it, and that seems cool. I still lurk and follow it.
Right.
You know, they got that new Snoop operator. That's dope.
That is dope.
I'm a slave to skins in games.
Me
but
too.
yeah, I know you are. Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like that's me in Fortnite. I buy the skins but don't play the game.
Yeah. I play the game, but I've spent way too much money on Fortnite, man. Oh.
I think we talked about it a year ago and it was already astronomically ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's just getting worse. It just gets worse. It's going to be a problem when they shut down the game servers in 3 years.
Is that legit or are you just saying that shit?
They're going to shut down the servers eventually, I'm sure. And that'll be a problem. For me, anyways, because I've spent too much money on that game. And it'll be sad.
As a lot of people, though.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do something. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, that game is just, like... it's enticing right now because I'm a big Marvel fan and, you know, I like that Doctor Strange. But I learned my lesson a year ago. I'll never level up a battle pass fully. I tried to do that with Rick and Morty. I even bought all the 20 tiers. I couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't even get to 50. But that Doctor Strange skin looks awesome.
It is pretty cool. I mean, last season with the Spider-Man skins, they're just doing a bunch of cool stuff, and it's like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, I want to have them because they're cool, but...
Did you buy it? I bought it, see?
Oh, yeah, I got
Boba Fett, too. They
basically.
did one for Book of Boba.
Yep, have that one. Both Spider-Man skins, the new Mary Jane skin that came out like yesterday. Didn't buy the Green Goblin skin, but that's just because...
What? Wait, you bought Mary Jane, but you didn't buy a Green Goblin?
I don't love the way the Green Goblin skin looks. It looks perfect. It's comic accurate.
Yeah.
The head's too goddamn big. I have a...
It looks like...
That's
comic,
why...
Exactly.
Right. It looks great. But for me, when I buy skins, they have to be ones I'll use. So, like, a lot of skins in Fortnite, certain parts of them are just too big and take up too much of your screen for me to ever actually
Mary
use
Jane
them.
Skin?
It's Mary Jane, and I could actually use it because it's not ginormous. And who doesn't love MJ?
If you ask me, it looks like I can easily confuse that for April O'Neil from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know. It looks like a plain Jane.
The new one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there is a new one. I take it back.
Like the new one. I also bought the Zendaya one, but...
I like the Zendaya one. But I thought, okay.
Yeah, they released like a comic-accurate, red-haired, actual MJ. So, it's a little different there.
Yeah, I got a few buddies that are like in the insider thingy with Epic Games, and I'm like bugging. I'm like, yo, tell me there's gonna be some more Marvel skins. Tell me more Star Wars skins are coming because I want it. Someone keeps teasing me that Vader's coming and Obi-Wan for the new TV show.
Yeah,
I'd get that.
That'd be sick.
In a heartbeat.
Vader would be tough. He'd have to be huge, but it's Vader, so I'd buy it anyways.
Right? Obi-Wan, my favorite Star Wars character of all time. Dude, that show, man, I'm so hyped for that. More than any movie out coming this year. What was the other one? Oh, I hope this is just me talking out my butt. Like, I hope the new, because I'm like Marvel, I hope they do one for that Disney Plus Moon Knight that's coming out, the TV show. That would be a cool skin.
Moon Knight's the best. Top 3 comic book character. To me, anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah. Big Moon Knight fan. You excited for the Moon Knight show at all?
Hell yeah. There's a bear shit in the woods.
I don't know. Do they? What kind of bear?
Big time. I have the book. I have one of the graphic novels. I was actually reading the other day. I tweeted about it. I hope so, man. Who's your all-time favorite comic hero or villain?
I just have a top 3 because I can never pick one of them.
What you got?
Deadpool, Moon Knight, and Red Hood. Those are my top 3. I can't put one of them at number 1 though, so it's just one of those 3. Or Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn's always up there, but she doesn't have a ton of comic runs yet.
Yeah.
Because she's a newer character. So
She has a cool skin in Fortnite.
she has a couple. I own all of them.
See, I like Harley Quinn, the Suicide Squad. I like Harley Quinn from Batman Animated Adventures a lot.
Yep. Yeah. She's great.
Yeah, my dude's Wolverine.
Oh, fair. Wolverine's great. Gotta love Logan. So many great comic book runs for Wolverine too.
He's dead. He's not dead.
He also might have the best comic book movie ever made.
Which one?
Logan is top tier.
Yeah, Logan's dope.
Like, Logan's not just a great comic book movie, it's just a great movie. Which
I like it. You've seen the Noir version of it?
No, I haven't.
It's pretty sick. All black and white.
I bet. So you were talking about Obi-Wan. I know you're excited for that. What about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness? You excited for that one, or are you kind of over the MCU at this point?
I'm excited, man, but Multiverse is just a big money grab by Marvel, it kind of feels. But I'm still excited. I know it's going to be a good movie. I feel like the only Marvel movie, to be honest, that hasn't like really moved me. Well, there's 2. They're tied. They've all been fire. So because I know this will be good. Was Eternals. Like I was jazzed for that, and it didn't really move me. And and Captain Marvel.
Fair enough. I don't know. Eternals and Captain Marvel. I think that's the thing with Marvel movies in general, is even the ones that we consider bad, they're still good movies. They're just not on par with everything else that they've done. Like, Captain Marvel is not a bad movie, and neither is the Eternals, but I don't know. They're just not as good. Or even Thor the Dark World. I hated that movie so much. It's grown on me a little bit now, but like
the Dark Elves.
Yeah. Compared to everything else Marvel has done, they're all like, eh. But they're not, none of them are as bad as half of the other comic book movies that get made. DC's been struggling, and I want them to be better.
DC's a freaking mess, man. It's annoying.
Oh, the Batman was so good, though.
Yeah, that was good. If they get the people that did the Batman and Joker, and they just did everything DC, I'd be like, okay, that's great. I love those movies. Everything else is just like, what the? It's just all over the place. It's a mess.
Yeah, I hope they do some cool stuff with the Robert Pattinson Batman. I mean, you have it set up to, I don't want to get too into spoilers, but they've already set up some other characters. I'd love to finally see another on-screen Robin.
Yeah.
I would literally kill for a full-on Jason Todd, Killing Joke under the Red Hood style movie. I think it would be insanely good.
See, like, I don't follow DC as well as I have some friends that are like, dude, you should check out this and that.
Right.
I don't follow it as well as most do, but I agree with you. I think that Red Robin or whatever, what's it called?
Under the Red Hood.
Red Hood, yeah. My bad. Yeah, like I know it.
Yeah.
I do know a little bit about it. I think that would be amazing if they hit that right.
Yeah. It could be great. I don't know. It's so hard to trust DC because it's like they'll put out one good movie and then 4 bad ones. So
right.
I don't know. And then I don't know. They're still trying to keep the Justice League together, except without Batman and Superman, which I have no clue how that works.
Just move on, man. Cut your ties. Like,
right? Start over. If you want to keep Ezra Miller's Flash, then do that. I don't love Ezra Miller as the Flash, but whatever. If you really want to keep him that bad, keep him.
I like the Flash. I think that's the right spot for DC right now.
See, the issue is currently running. There is somebody who plays a better Flash than Ezra Miller.
Wait a minute. The guy who plays the movie Justice League Flash doesn't play the one on the TV show? I thought they did.
No,
How this thing?
they're different people.
Oh, okay. I like the TV show one.
Yeah, Grant Gustin is amazing. Ezra Miller is the guy in the movies, and he's not as good. I'm not saying he's bad, but Grant Gustin owns that character right now, and so I don't know. I don't love having two different Flashes.
Well, what are some DC characters you'd like them to do? Because to be honest, man, I love me some Batman, and that's about all I like. I think the only other storyline I like from DC is the death of Superman.
Sure.
But it's like, dude, like, I'll put it to you like this. Look at Marvel, right? You seen Shang-Chi?
Yep. Love Shang-Chi.
What do you think of that movie?
It's great.
Yeah, it's a good movie, right? Who the hell knew about Shang-Chi except the hardcore Marvel, comic book readers?
I was about to feel
prior
like
to
I
that
did.
movie.
But
Yeah, prior to that movie, only the hardcore, even the hardcore ones were like, you're gonna make a movie about that guy? Like, but
Right.
Marvel pulls it off, right?
Right.
Like, I'd love to see DC do that and develop their characters more, but it's always just Batman, and it's like fucking 50 versions of Batman. It's just so of a mess. Like, I love the dark. The one thing I like about the Batman, that I give him credit for in this one, is that it wasn't a fucking origin story. I'm so burnt on that Batman origin story.
Right. We didn't need an origin story. Everybody
No
knows
more.
the origin of Batman.
Yeah,
And
I'm sick of it.
they actually made Batman for the first time ever in a movie.
Ooh, okay, explain that.
What is Batman? What has he always been called? The world's greatest detective. They finally actually made him a detective.
Mm-hmm.
No other Batman movie has Batman been a detective. He's just been some guy in a suit who punches hard.
Mm.
Like, I get a lot of hate for this, but the Dark Knight trilogy wasn't that good. It really wasn't.
Okay.
Heath
How
Ledger
so?
had a great performance as the Joker, and that is the only reason people love that entire
Not
series.
me, man. I dig it, to
They
be honest.
ruined characters. They changed so much stuff that didn't need to be changed.
What ruined? Give me just glance on it real quick.
Bane
got
is
ruined?
just a guy now. None of his
Oh.
origin story matters. None of what made Bane mattered. He's now just some super muscular dude. He doesn't need Venom to be crazy muscular. He's just some guy with asthma. That's all Bane was.
Okay.
Now,
No, they gave a backstory on Bane
right,
in that movie.
but it wasn't Bane.
The same.
Just
It
make
was
a
in the
new
comics.
character.
Okay.
Like, it's fine. Use that as a baseline, but don't make it Bane. Like, I get it if you want to change certain things and make the character a little different, but you just took everything that made Bane away and just gave some dude the name Bane, which is just weird.
Yeah.
And Christian Bale wasn't that great as Batman.
I agree. I think he was solid. He wasn't great.
I think the movies truly got carried by the villains. Scarecrow, Joker, Two-Face, even Bane, while he was not like Bane, he was still a good character, and people loved that.
Really. If it weren't for Batman Begins, I'd agree with you on that. I really like I feel like Batman Begins solely focuses on Bruce Wayne and
Sure.
Batman.
That one wasn't
And,
bad. That one wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, and then it just went next
Well,
level,
and
like
I'm
quick.
just-
And then with the third one, like Dark Knight, man, Bane there was no explanation. Bane just was on a plane, and
Right.
right off
So
the beginning.
my thing, really, it's not that they're bad movies, but people try to say that it's the best comic book movie trilogy of all time. No, it's really not. They're good
That's
movies,
literally what I
but
said.
they're not the best.
That's literally what I say.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Okay. Interesting.
But so I think my difference is that I'm not shitting on anything else. I just think it was great. I think
Right. And
I think one set the tone really well. Two was like a perfect two.
Sure.
And 3, it wasn't as bad, but when you depict it like how you're saying things, I get what you're saying. That's valid too.
Right. And I don't want to try to say, oh, you're dumb if you think they're the best. No, it's just, to me, they're overhyped by a lot. That doesn't make them bad. It's still probably the best, 3 of the 5 best movies DC has made. Honestly, Captain America is above it. Captain America Civil War is better than all 3.
Captain America is first. Let's weigh them together, okay? Because it kind of goes similar.
It really does.
Okay, the first one, the first Avenger, I'd pick Batman Begins over that.
Valid.
Huh?
Valid.
I would give a tie to the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
and
because they're both
the Joker
peak movies.
Yeah, they're great. They're fucking great. And then the third one,
it goes
the
to
tiebreaker.
Civil War.
Civil War. That's more of an Avengers movie, though. See, that was tough because that was more of an Avengers movie.
Yeah, Civil War in the comics was even a Captain America story. Yes, it has a lot of other people, but it is truly a Captain America story.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. It is. It was just, like I said,
it did, because it has so many other A-list characters in it, which is weird to say because prior to 2008, no one cared about the Avengers. But
you're absolutely right, bro.
Like
they're right. The Avengers prior to that was just on level of Justice League. No lie.
No, it was way below Justice League. I mean, Marvel, the Avengers.
Why did they go that route? Why do you think they went that route?
Because that's all that Marvel Studios still owned.
Yep.
Because Spider-Man alone is
X-Men,
maybe
Spider-Man.
the biggest character in all of comics. Then the X-Men had always been way bigger than the Avengers. Had always been. But Marvel Studios didn't own the rights to any of the X-Men properties or any of the other teams that they even kind of cared about. So it's, let's try to soft reboot the Avengers, and they did, and people loved it. It could have gone really bad, though, because no one cared about the Avengers. Not really.
It was like, yeah, I remember that. See, like, that's like my point with Shang-Chi. Like, it was just whatevs, you know, and then this movie enhanced it. I feel the same way, honestly. The way you say Avengers, I feel that way about Thor. He was just a whatever character, in my opinion.
He really was.
I mean, he was definitely well known, but I just really wasn't about him.
Right.
Like, these movies really boosted a lot of these like characters a lot more than, like I said, unless you're a hardcore fan.
Right. I mean,
but then there's these characters that were already dope, but the movies made him even more dope, like a Deadpool, for example.
Sure.
Like, so.
I think, I don't know. There's a bunch of Marvel movies that are, I don't know. No one knew Doctor Strange really either.
I did, but he was like, I knew him, but it wasn't like I wasn't dying to read his comics.
Right. He's not literally any of the X-Men. Almost every X-Men is bigger than everyone they've made movies about so far.
Yo, valid.
Or they were.
Even Iron Man.
Right. Iron Man was a D-list character for a long time. It's so wild how much things have changed. Because nobody, like, people who didn't care about comics at all back then, or even up till now, and like they just started watching the MCU to see what it was about. Nobody cared about Iron Man. Like, I don't know. It's so interesting how Marvel has taken D-list characters and made them A-listers.
Dude, Marvel Studios knows what they're doing, bro. Like, Spider-Man was kind of whatever, man. Like, I like the first Tobey Maguire one. And, okay, I'll even go say this. Even the Andrew Garfield ones, they're all right. But it wasn't like...
Spider-Man, though, just as a pop culture character, has always been on par with Superman and Batman. Like, those are the three
I'm talking about the movies, though.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Like they were good, but the way I felt about them wasn't how I felt about the new ones with Tom Holland.
Right.
It's different, man. Marvel's got a good touch. Like I hope they do the same for X-Men.
Yeah.
Like,
Me
and
too.
there's always there's a little was that little Professor X preview in the trailer too?
Oh, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
so I'm hoping. Like, how would you feel if they recasted I'm sorry, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine?
You have to at this point.
I
He
know
was
you
too
kind of
old.
have to, and it sucks though.
It sucks, but we can get a more comic accurate Wolverine, hopefully, which would be sick.
What? You don't think he captures that?
No, he does, but there's a lot about Wolverine that Hugh Jackman can't be. Dude's like 6'5". Wolverine's supposed to be 5'4".
Mm.
Like, there's a lot of things that Hugh Jackman just couldn't be. Did he play the role amazingly? Absolutely. It's hard to picture anybody else as Wolverine right now.
It really is.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
They can go a kind of a different route with Wolverine, which could be cool. Not going to say it will be, because they could royally fuck it up.
I don't really know anything they've royally fucked up though.
Right. So.
That's a DC kind of thing, not a Marvel thing.
Right. So, it'll be interesting. And that's the thing with DC. Like, you have so many other characters that
Who would you want to see?
A Martian Manhunter movie would be sick.
Mm-hmm.
But Martian Manhunter is another one of those guys who is a fairly large character in DC. So I don't know if he counts. But also I feel like a lot of people don't know much about him because he's never in any of the media they make anymore.
Yeah. You know who I liked as a kid from DC a lot? That's
Who's
not
that?
like mainstream. Was Lobo. Remember him?
Lobo would be dope. Lobo would be dope.
Yeah.
I mean, a Deathstroke movie could be cool.
Yeah. The DC Deadpool.
Go full Teen Titans and make it not as awful as the TV show. That's just bad. It's sad how not good it is. John Constantine is cool.
I feel like, would you like Keanu back as that again? I liked him in that.
Did he play John Constantine?
Yeah. Like Constantine. Movie.
Really? Why do I not remember this? Was it actually DC's Constantine, or was it a different?
That was Constantine from the books. Now, yeah.
Huh.
I'm pretty
Why did
damn
I not
sure.
know that?
Keanu Reeves, I want to say mid 2000s.
Yeah, 2005.
There you
Literally mid 2000s.
Yeah, around there.
Wow. Why did I not know that was a thing?
Yeah.
Weird.
I enjoyed that movie. I remember I actually saw it twice in the theaters, but it didn't really, like, looking back at it now, it didn't age too great. I've heard him vocally say that he wants to replay that character again.
That'd be cool. I'm down to see it.
I'm like, yo, that sounds good, but I want you to be another character. I want you to be Darth Revan in Star Wars, anything Star Wars.
Yeah.
But yeah. I heard he wants to do something Marvel, and I'm sure that'll happen.
Yeah. I wonder who he'd be great for in Marvel. There's a ton of characters, I'm sure.
Oh, bro, there's so much. Yeah.
But, wow, you learned something new. I did not know they made a Constantine movie.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to go watch that and be depressed at how
It wasn't horrible. I remember that at the time. It wasn't horrible. But like I said, you know, I did have a lot of CGI,
right?
and I'm mixed on that kind of stuff. CGI doesn't age too well most of the time.
Right? It takes very high level CGI for it to age well.
Yeah.
And even then it can be shaky. Like the prequels for Star Wars have
exactly
aged
what I was
pretty
thinking.
well. But there's still moments where it's like, that looks off.
I think they realized that too, because when they redid the Abrams Star Wars, they went back to real life.
Right.
It was just too dominant of CG. Like, it was way too CG dominant, and that was the problem.
Absolutely.
But yeah, the quality of it wasn't bad in prequels.
And I think the Marvel movies are going to hold up for a long time. They at least seem like they will, but I guess we
They do.
probably said that about Star Wars at the time too, so
I
guess
think
we'll
Star Wars
see.
holds up pretty okay. Like, okay, let's just forget. I think Phantom Menace is a really good example because Phantom Menace like it was really. I think Attack of the Clones was way too CGI. That was
Yeah.
over the top.
Yeah.
Phantom Menace, they were actually using puppets and stuff like that too.
Right.
So it was, even though they did do a lot of green screen, but it was like Yoda in Phantom Menace. He's a puppet. He's not CGI.
I
Unless
honestly
they
liked CGI Yoda better.
they might have gone back and like revisited it and
They
revised
did.
it.
They did.
Yeah, they did. But originally he was a puppet or
Yep.
whatever. But yeah. But Revenge of the
Sometimes.
Sith. What about Revenge of the Sith? I think that holds up all right.
Oh, Revenge of the Sith is. Other than every time they're in Palpatine's office, it doesn't.
Oh
look
yeah.
right. They
Yeah,
messed
big
up
time.
Palpatine's office so bad.
Bro, that looks like that looks like a stream, bro. That looks like my Elgato's green screen in the background.
Yes. Oh
Bro.
man. Wild. But yeah. I guess. All right, we're what? How long are we into this? Over 30 minutes. We should probably talk about a little football stuff, huh?
We should get into. We just have so many cool topics to talk about.
Right? There's always stuff to talk about. So, what do you think of the Jets off season so far? What have the Jets done? Anything good?
Yeah, I like their moves. We've shored up a lot of stuff. Two things. One, the AFC is just on another level, so improving there is going to be tough. I feel like we made a lot of improvements. I think we have a great offensive line. We got Laken Tomlinson from the Niners.
Yep.
He's gonna slide over to guard. We'll have Fant on the right tackle. We'll have AVT Vera Tucker on the left tackle. Guard, and then Becton, who's working his ass off to get back in shape. There's a bit stigma with him being out of shape. I don't know why. Be at left tackle. So I'm liking the line. They're really trying to protect Zach. The only thing is, and they've got 4 picks in the top 39.
Yep.
5 in the top 69. So we got a lot of draft capital. We got a lot of flexibility. The way he structured contracts, he meaning Joe Douglas, they can take on a contract, like a gnarly contract, like a Tyreek Hill, for example, had they gotten him, and just go all out. They got a lot of flexibility. Only thing is this, like, there's nobody on offense that scares me. I like the offensive line. I know they're gonna go defensive heavy in the draft. They're gonna go edge at 4. And
you think so?
Oh yeah, for sure. Thibodeau. They're gonna go him at 4 if he's there.
Right.
If he's not, they go Sauce, I believe.
Ooh,
Sauce Gardner.
really?
Yeah, for sure, man.
So I haven't released the video yet, but I just did my first mock draft of the year.
Okay.
I have the Jets going Stingley at 4. Because all I've heard all offseason is how obsessed the Jets are with Stingley.
They are not obsessed with Stingley. I know my Jets. Stingley, I don't know if you follow him, bro. Like,
yep.
Amazing freshman year. Like if it was Stingley freshman year coming out, he'd be top 3 pick probably. Like, crazy skill. He's just got injury concerns, as well as his skill set, his skill play, his everything, man. It's regressed in the last 2 years, man. So he's a red flag to me. I still see him being like a top 20 pick though. I definitely don't see him going to us though. Like I said, we go forward. We got 4. We go edge, and I think it's Thibodeau if he's there, or if not, Sauce Gardner. And at 10, we have to go receiver. It's like we're strapped there. I just don't know what receiver. I'm thinking either Garrett Wilson from Iowa State or Drake London, USC.
Okay.
Zach needs weapons, and our front office has said that they don't want to just get an anybody vet receiver. They want to get a young guy that Zach can grow with.
Sure.
So that's the play at 10. Like I said, defense, and then freaking the rest, man. 35 and 38 or 39 where we pick is going to be defense, I believe. It's a real thick, rich draft for edge rushers. pass rushers, but I thought we were gonna go tight end in the second round, but we signed two of them. One being your dude. I don't know. I didn't really follow him too well. Conklin.
Yep.
How was he?
I love Conklin. He's not just like Uzama. Neither of them are Travis Kelce or George Kittle, obviously. But I don't know. There's a reason that he started around the middle of last year. Everybody started calling Conklin Gronklin. He's just baby Gronk. That's all he is. Like,
Gotcha.
He is good, but he's not super fast. He's just big with really good hands.
Yeah.
So
That's what I figured.
And a good blocker. So
Yeah.
I think he'll be really good for you guys, and I hate that. Well, if he's actually on the field, because you also got Uzama, so I don't know how that works out exactly. But
our offense will showcase double tight end a lot of times.
But yeah, in the mock I did, I have you guys getting Stingley at 4 and Garrett Wilson at 10.
That's the problem, man. Like I really wanted them to get Tyreek. I really wanted them to get DK. There was a lot of chatter about that because they're, I'm focusing on like wide receivers that are at the end of their rookie deals that are up for extensions, and that's kind of a thing in the NFL. Like organizations, it's kind of like an unwritten rule, like in baseball, where you don't let your your star players go into their rookie final year. You re-up them by then, and like I said, they're already they got rid of Russ, they got rid of Bobby Wagner, so I would take a flyer on it, but from what I'm hearing from a lot of Jets reporters saying that he's not available, so that stinks. Another dude that's a rookie on a rookie deal that's I think is worth like throwing some chips at is Debo Samuel for the Niners.
Sure.
Because for some reason he hasn't gotten an extension. He's still on that rookie deal, which is wild. But like I said, our offense was like, I like Elijah Moore. I think he's gonna turn out to something special. I think we got a bunch of solid, okay guys. Corey Davis, when he's healthy, he's okay. But he's not like nobody scares me. Like if I'm an opposing team, nobody. And Zach needs weapons. He needs a lot of weapons. You need to throw weapons his way. You need to get him protected in a good line. I feel like they focus on that, but there's nobody on offense that scares me. That's the problem. So I think we'll go heavy on defense and we'll just focus on that, and we'll have an okay year of progress. But the AFC is like hella stacked. So who knows, man? Who knows?
This is interesting. According to a couple reports I've seen just now, none of them are from Schefter or Ian Rappaport or anybody super reliable, so take it with a grain of salt. But A.J. Brown,
I read that. Nope.
Might be on the block. You don't want A.J. Brown?
No, I'm saying
DK,
like,
but not A.J. Brown.
No. I love. He's got a really cool connection with Elijah Moore too. They're like brothers IRL.
Yeah.
Only thing is, bro, like that's just I've read some of those stories today. That's just like there's no credibility toward that story. Someone's just like, okay, who's next? They're friends. That could be a good target. Like there's no credibility behind that. There's nothing saying that they're gonna get. You know what I mean?
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where I'm just like, that is materializing from it. But what I wrote, yeah, most definitely, I would love him. I would throw picks at him to get him as well. I think he's dope.
I don't know. If I'm the Titans, I'd consider blowing it up. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah. You're not winning anything with Ryan Tannehill as your quarterback in the AFC. You don't even have the best quarterback in your division now. And that's without Trevor Lawrence taking another step, which with Urban Meyer not being there, I think Trevor might take 4 steps. Urban Meyer's a moron. So
is for real, huh?
I don't know if you watched any film of the Jaguars last year. Urban Meyer's offense was a war crime.
Really?
Like every route tree he had his receivers running would have all 3 of them running into each other. So Trevor Lawrence, no matter what he did, no receivers were ever open because they were too busy covering each other. And then when they were open, they'd just drop the ball. And somehow it was all Trevor Lawrence's fault. It's so wild.
See, what a shame. Because I feel like the next like big college coach that is being rumored to come to the league, everyone's going to just mention Urban Meyer now because of that.
Well, college coaches have never worked. Saban was bad. Matt Rule
what's the dude on the
bad.
Falcons? Remember that dude who quit in the middle of the... Remember that story? Look that story up. The dude who coached Louisville, or he went to Louisville, but he quit on the team on the Falcons. This is like 2000s. Oh, man. That was a wild story, too. I don't remember the details of it, but that was a wild one, too. Like, dude, the team was just like...
Bobby Petrino.
Yeah, Petrino. There we go. Fucking asked them to do all this crazy shit, like talk down to players. That's the problem, man. Like these college coaches, man, they're like gods on the campuses, but then they come to the league, it's different. It's way different.
Yeah, you as a college coach cannot talk to NFL players the way you could talk to college players. There's a big difference now. This is the grown man's league, not the boys' league.
College coaches get comfy because there's a way longer leash in college than there is in the NFL.
Absolutely. But I mean, for all the guys who failed as coaches, you can also bring up, Pete Carroll, Jimmy Johnson, Jim Harbaugh, Tom Coughlin. Like, I don't know. It's tough. Pulling a coach out of college into the NFL, it's a coin flip. The issue is, it's either going to be good or it's going to be really, really bad.
Yeah.
It's never like, they were okay. No, it's either good or just awful.
Yeah.
As showcased with Urban Meyer. Oh, did you see the newest reports about Urban Meyer? Who's that number
99?
Oh my God, who's that 99 guy on the Rams? He might be a problem. Or I've heard he might be a problem. It's like, what?
Yeah, man, it's just wild. Wild, bro.
All these receiver moves lately have me really scared, though.
The what moves?
All the wide receiver moves. I mean, Tyreek Hill's making $30 million a year.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson is about to demand $50 million a year.
I hope not, bro.
Based off everything else, he might be worth it. Because
I hope not.
Best young receiver in football, like.
Best?
Who's young receiver? Who's better?
I'm not arguing you. I'm just repeating you.
Oh, I thought you were going like, It's like, don't say Jamar Chase, dude. It's the same argument I made for Justin Jefferson before last year. After 1 year, I refused to be like, oh yeah, they're great.
Oh, for sure.
Because
there's only like one guy that I said after 1 year, like I know he's flat out great, and that was Randy Moss.
Right. But that's also because that might have been the most dominant rookie year of all time. As good as JJ and Jamar have been, like, I don't know.
Dude, talking all these deals, bro, like looking at Cooper Kupp at $15 million.
That's a steal.
What a discount.
Right? My God.
What a discount. Not for much longer.
No, he's going to. Maybe Cooper Kupp will go to the Jets because he's going to demand a trade to somewhere where he can get paid.
I don't know. Not this year. Yeah, but we need our wideout one. I feel like all these I think Drake London would be he's a big target. He wins those 50-50 balls every time almost, I feel. But there's a lot of flack on him, like inability to create separation and how that would be like in the league. A lot of people say he's like the mold of Mike Evans. And we need that kind of player because we've got a Corey Davis, we got a Barrios and Elijah Moore. We got those nifty guys already.
Right.
So
honestly, if I was the Jets, I would really strongly consider just drafting Garrett Wilson at 4.
No, not at 4, bro. You don't go that hard. You can get him at 10. That's the thing though, but like I like Garrett Wilson better than London. But what I project him is a high-end wideout too.
Garrett Wilson is easily the best receiver prospect in this class.
Oh yeah, his route tree's dope. I like him better. I would like if we pick Wilson,
Ooh.
I'd be hella happy.
Okay.
I'm good with Wilson. I'm a little bit more skeptical for London, but I feel like we need London more than we do Wilson for what his abilities could offer.
Okay.
But yeah, I
No,
like
that
Wilson
makes
better.
sense. But I don't know.
Yeah, I like Wilson.
If you
I like
see
Wilson
Wilson
better.
as a high end 2, what does that make London?
I don't know, bro. He fits a role, bro.
That's
He
fair.
fits a role.
That's valid.
Yeah, he fits a role.
I don't know. And I think there are offenses that might be able to utilize Wilson a little better.
I like Wilson, bro. I honestly, my hope is that somebody takes Thibodeau because I don't want to be like passing on him. I want that edge, but I hope somebody takes Thibodeau and we go Sauce and Wilson, the first 2 picks. I like Sauce Gardner a lot.
See, I was going to ask you, what do you think about Linderbaum at 10? Get the center, finish your O-line.
I like it. Yeah, I like the player. I just don't like the fit right now. There's bigger needs. We have to, bro. We have to have a chip on defense, whether it's be that edge or cornerback, especially with all these receivers now. And we have to have a receiver, like a center, as great as a center. Like last year, what was the center in the league last year? He was a first round pick. I wanted him too. I'm all about offensive line.
Right.
The last time we were legit contenders in the league is, running off the regime of Nick Mangold and DeBrickashaw Ferguson. Like we took care of our offensive line.
Yep.
So I'm big about building up the trenches, but I just I like him a lot. We have bigger needs.
It's tough. I almost, if I'm the Jets, I want to go. Oh, see, it's tough. Because if you finish off the O-line, I think everybody realizes the Jets probably aren't a playoff team this year. The AFC is just too stacked. Zach Wilson would have to take multiple leaps, not just steps, to compete for a playoff spot. Right now, you're maybe the 3rd best team in your division. Maybe.
Okay, so let's get this. How about this? Look, this is a what if. The deal that was agreed upon with the Chiefs and the Jets was for 2 second-round picks and a 3rd, because they're all high-round picks. The 3rd was like early, like top 3 in the 3rd round. We would have kept our first and our 2 first picks. So we have, say like we get Tyreek Hill, say like we get a Thibodeau, and and then we go Sauce Gardner at 10, right? We get some chips on defense. Do you think and Zach, like he's got weapons and he's got an O-line, like he's got Hill and all that. And defense is okay. We get Carl Lawson back. You think
No.
We don't think we got
not this year.
Didn't they expand wild cards too, though?
Yeah, there's a total of 7 playoff teams right now. But let's break this down real quick. In your division, are you better than the Bills?
No.
Are you better than the Dolphins?
In that scenario, yeah.
Are you? The Dolphins still have Jalen Waddle and Devontae Parker. They just added Raheem Mostert. They've bolstered that offensive line to a high degree. They've added pieces on defense. They got Mike McDaniel at head coach now, so their offense is going to be better. And even if Tua isn't good the first 3 weeks.
I think a Tua, that's what I think. So,
but there's also that other guy on their roster.
My favorite quarterback. Oh, get out of here. Yeah.
22 gloves.
Dude, I guarantee you money, man. Teddy B is going to be starting some games this year.
Oh, I think unless Tua takes a step, Teddy will be the starter by week 5. Unless Tua actually looks good, which could happen. Like, he hasn't had an offensive coach. His weapons haven't been great. So maybe there's a chance he takes a step, and that's cool. Mm-hmm. But there's also a reason the Dolphins signed Teddy.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of backup quarterbacks you could get, and you went and signed a starting caliber guy. That should tell you.
I'm just not sweating them, bro. Like, we always play our division good, except the Patriots for the most part.
Sure. But I think you're a better team than the Patriots, maybe right now even. Without the
I don't know yet, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know about that yet. We'll see.
All the Patriots are doing are letting good players go, and they have the least dynamic quarterback in that division.
Yeah,
Mac
I know,
Jones
but
can't make a play off a script.
I just don't underestimate the Patriots ever. I don't know what we're getting to. We could. But
Right.
we'll see, man.
I'm
This
I'm
draft's
very
gonna
low
change a
on the
lot.
Patriots right now. I really am.
Yeah, I hear you. I
But-
just like from my experience, I just never underestimate them.
But even if we just go with the Bills in that division, let's move to the North. Are you better than the Ravens?
No,
Are you better than the Bengals?
I don't know, bro. I don't know about the Bengals, man. We beat the Bengals last year. First off, secondly,
Okay.
like I don't even know. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I love Joey B. You know
Sure.
they got like who know. Like I don't know what the Bengals are gonna be like this year. Let's just put it that way.
What was their biggest flaw last year?
Their O line, everyone that's noted.
And they boosted that all the way up.
Who'd they get? They got Kappa, and then they
Lyle
got
Collins, Kappa,
Collins.
and Ted Karras.
Yeah.
So you also already have Jonah Williams at left tackle. You need a center, maybe. And that's suggesting that Trey Hopkins doesn't take another step because he wasn't awful last year.
Yeah.
So
We'll see, man. I don't know.
Bills,
no idea.
Ravens, I still think Bengals. Now, this one's interesting. If Deshaun is actually on the field, are you better than the Browns?
I don't know, bro. That's another team. The Browns and Bengals, they remind me a lot of each other. They got a lot of talent. Except the Bengals didn't you know, I don't know. I said at the beginning last year, I thought the Browns were going to be hella good. They're just like, it depended on Baker. And
they
that was
were
it.
good. And Baker just was super injured.
Yeah.
Like, people right now are way over hating on Baker. It's insane. Like, I've heard people try to tell me Mitchell Trubisky and Drew Lock are better quarterbacks than Baker, and that's just...
I'd take a flyer on Baker if I'm the Seattle Seahawks.
Right?
Only thing is like we all know, everyone in the world knows that Cleveland has no leverage. So it's like you're
Right.
gonna release that dude.
Oh, they're going to have to cut him because nobody's going to give you anything useful for him because they know you have to get rid of him. You have no leverage.
Should have got rid of him before Deshaun Watson, but there was no guarantee you were getting him.
Right. In the AFC West, are they better than a single team in the AFC West?
Oh, Jets? No, bro. But that's the only thing, man. Like only so many teams can like make the playoffs.
That's my point. We're at between 8 and 10
Out of that
teams
division.
who could be better than the Jets,
but
and
these-
that's without
yeah, these-
including the South, where you have both
the AFC
Titans
West
and
can be
Colts.
stacked.
Right.
Yeah.
My point is, you're not winning that division. Buffalo is winning the AFC East. So you have to make a wild card spot, which means you have to beat out the Browns, the Bengals, the Ravens, the Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers, and then the Colts or the Titans. That's 8 teams fighting for 6 spots that you have to be better than, and that's not including the Patriots, Dolphins, and then the Jets. Like, what do you do? And there's a decent chance the Jaguars could take a step. There really is.
Let me just choke on my drink for a sec.
If you
Dude,
think
like,
the
I
Jets
honest-
can compete, then the Jaguars can too. They have
See, I
just
know-
as much talent.
I just don't know how like our off seasons now we're completed yet. I know
Right.
I feel like we're gonna get we're in the hunt for somebody. Like we're at the end to the very end for Chandler Jones. We obviously pushed for Tyreek Hill. Like Joe Douglas is looking for something. And then we got those 2 first-round chips too. So I mean those are big pieces that could like alter the team a lot. So I'm waiting to see how that turns out. I really think we're gonna make a trade for somebody notable.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just don't know who, man.
Right. Hey, at
I
least
just
you're
don't
not the
know.
Jaguars and paying $20 million a year for Christian Kirk.
That's what I was just gonna say. Christian Kirk and Kirk Cousins, man, got the same fucking
Dude.
agent or something.
Both agents need to be put in the Hall of Fame along with Sam Bradford's agent.
What was your initial feeling when he got that deal, Kirk?
Which deal? The first one, the second extension, or
No,
this newest one?
no. I can only imagine the first one you were initially excited, right?
Yeah, because, I mean, you look at how it was. I mean, you say, first of all, Well, he was in Washington, so how much do you really expect him to do? Because that's where careers go to die. But, I was kind of excited, but I was also, I have, recordings of me from back then saying I'd rather pay half the money and keep both Case Keenum and Teddy Bridgewater. Have them duke it out for the starting spot in training camp, and then just have the best backup in the league. Like, that's what I wanted initially. I honestly think our team would have been better, but whatever. But there was still the excitement of, this is also the most talented quarterback we've had since Brett Favre, so this could be cool. But I wanted Kirk Cousins traded. I'm over it. He's not that guy. Like, I don't care what stats you put up. Lots of guys put up decent stats. The dude doesn't win when it matters. Like, I don't know if you saw the post I had on Twitter, but somebody made a tweet about Kirk Cousins just needs that change of scenery that, like, Matthew Stafford had. He needs to go to a team that's built to win now, and he'll win a Super Bowl. Kirk already had that. When he got to Minnesota, they were a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense. He was surrounded by weapons. In 2018, we had the 3rd best defense in football, and he missed the playoffs. That's on Kirk. You took a team that was in the NFC Championship game and missed the playoffs with them still playing amazingly. Sure, these last 2 years the defense has been bad. I'll give you that. But to act like Kirk didn't walk into the perfect situation is wrong. He walked into a perfect situation. Give that situation to a lot of other quarterbacks, and they do at least make the playoffs.
Yeah.
They don't sit at home. Like, Stafford on that 2018 Vikings team might win the Super Bowl. Now, you can never make a guarantee because, I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen in the playoffs. But Kirk had that Stafford to the Rams moment, and he failed.
What did they do his first year? Did they make the playoffs?
No, they went 9-8, coming off an NFC Championship game with a top 5 defense, and, like, I don't know. He had Dalvin Cook. He had Stephon Diggs. He had Adam Thielen. He had weapons. He had a great defense. So, I don't know. Like, it's just like with this offseason. We're adding a ton of pieces that I'm really excited about. But I don't think it matters. We'll probably be a playoff team because the NFC is just awful. Like, as much as I complain about Kirk, he's probably the 4th or 5th best quarterback in the NFC. So, we should make the playoffs.
Yeah.
If we don't, it's time to cut bait and find something else. Trade for an older guy, go draft a guy. I don't care.
What's up with that guy you guys had last year?
Kellen Mond, I have no idea.
Okay.
Like,
I remember I remember with the coach's response to why don't you play him?
I see him every week in practice.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That was so annoying. Why did we start Sean Mannion? Put Mond out there and see what you have, you dumb fucks. God damn it.
Yeah.
That made no sense to me. You know what Mannion is. He's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, man. So, where are you guys going in the draft?
Well, my hope is starting to be dashed now. When this draft season first started, I had Sauce Gardner going at 12. Everyone else did as well. He was going to fall.
Yeah, for sure.
He just keeps rising, man.
Yeah.
But I think we'll go corner unless we're only going corner if it's Stingley or Sauce.
I can see you guys getting Stingley. Not lying. Not gonna lie.
If either of them fall to 12, I could see that. Or we're gonna take Linderbaum, and
I see Linderbaum as a Viking.
Yeah, we'll finish up that O-line. You know,
that pick.
Depending on how the scheme works out, you know, we have Garrett Bradbury already at center, but one of them could move to guard.
How long is he? What year is he in?
Not 20. 19 maybe.
I liked him coming out of college. How's he been?
Not great.
Oh.
But I don't know. It's weird. The offense we've been running is more of a, more of a power type offensive line scheme. And that's not what Bradbury is. He's kind of small. And so he's more agile and quick.
Yeah.
So he didn't really fit what we were trying to do, because I also like Bradbury. But I don't know. I think Linderbaum wouldn't be bad, though, because depending on how the scheme works out, you can move one to be your right guard. And then our offensive line is kind of nice.
Yeah, I like Stingley or Linderbaum for you guys. They seem like Vikings. I don't know what that means, but
Right.
Yeah.
I get you. But I'm still praying for Sauce. Big Sauce guy.
Yeah, I love Sauce.
I don't know how it would happen, but
no way, bro. Unless you trade up, he's no way in hell he's getting to 12.
Maybe he could. See, I don't know.
You think he's going to slip? I think that two quarterbacks is a possibility going in the top 10 now.
I think Malik Willis is going 2. I really do.
What?
I think
2?
The Lions. I really think the Lions are going for Malik Willis.
What's your top 5 in the mock?
Currently, Aiden Hutchinson to the Jags.
Yeah.
Because they don't need a tackle. Everybody keeps mocking Evan Neal there, and it makes no sense.
Yeah. I like the other guy better. Iggy.
Yeah, I do as well. But either way, they don't need a tackle. So I have Aiden Hutchinson, Malik Willis.
Oh.
Who else do I have? I'm trying to think. Who did I have going at 3? Oh, Kyle Hamilton, who I think is the best prospect in this draft.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. Kyle Hamilton's a beast.
Would you take him at your Vikings pick? I think I can see him.
Absolutely.
If he gets past the Giants, I think he can slip there.
That is possible, but I don't think he gets past the Jets. I really don't.
Bro, we learned, bro. We don't take a safety that you don't take a safety that early. Don't give a shit if he's a unicorn
if it's Kyle
safety.
Hamilton.
Bro, we've had an elite safety.
Yeah.
We've drafted, man. Just don't do it, man. Unless you got, I don't know, if you got other pieces in place, maybe, yeah. Never been high on safeties, man. The only time I really liked a safety high in the draft, besides Adams, was John. What's his name? John Taylor.
Oh, fair. But I don't know. Kyle Hamilton, to me, is the best player in this draft. He's the Quentin Nelson of this draft. He's the can't miss guy.
Oh, no. Yeah. He's not that certain, bro.
He really is, dude.
That's a big reach, bro. Quentin Nelson, it's rare to say that in a draft.
I know.
Okay, we'll see in a year.
Kyle Hamilton is that dude. So I'd love it if he fell to 12. Clip this. Oh, I've been saying it. Kyle Hamilton is my number 1 prospect by a mile.
I'm not saying he's not dope, but I'm not saying he's okay. I'll say this too, because a lot of rookies go straight to the Pro Bowl right away. That doesn't mean shit either. I mean, I don't think he's all pro right away. That's Quentin Nelson. That's what I think when I think Quentin Nelson.
Sure.
I don't think he's all pro. Not Pro Bowl, all pro.
Right. Well, are we talking first, second, or third team? Because I think he's on one of the teams.
Quentin Nelson is a first team all pro.
Yeah, there's also 3 good guards in the NFL.
Yeah.
So that's a little different than safety, where there are a ton of really good players. The only guy you can argue, even then, that was better than Quentin Nelson was Zach Martin. And you still can argue that. Zach Martin's insane.
Yeah.
But then I have the Jets going Stingley at 4. This is my first mock. It's obviously not my final one. And then I have the Giants going Aquanu at 5. Icky, the tackle from NC State.
I like him a lot.
And then I have Kenny Pickett going 6 to the Panthers, because that's been a thing all year. The Panthers, I don't know. They have something about Kenny Pickett.
True.
I don't know if it works out or not, but I think that's what happens at 6. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds right.
Who knows? That the entire top 5 could change in a week, you know? You know, maybe the Lions trade for Baker, then they're not taking Malik at 2. Like, who knows?
I think there's 2 guys that are like, no matter what, are not slipping, and that's Iggy and Hutchinson.
Yeah.
I can see Neo slipping.
Yep. I think Hutchinson is going top 3 no matter what. It just depends, kind of. It all depends what the Jaguars want to do.
Yeah, very much.
Because there are quite a few options for him.
Who's Hutchinson remind you of?
Hutchinson's been a tough player to figure out for me. But I don't know, man. Because he seems like more of a speedy guy than a power guy. But he's big. So he's a weird guy to place.
Yeah.
Play style wise, he reminds me of the Bosas. Honestly.
Poor man's Bosa. But yeah.
But who knows? I don't know. It's also so tough with edge rushers. Like, they're just so hit and miss all the time.
Oh, yeah. For every Nick Bosa, there's a Vernon Golston.
Right.
Hey.
God, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Oh, I'll never forget that name.
Right.
Vernon Ghost, as Jets fans say, Vernon Ghostin.
Ghostin, yes.
Yeah, I honestly, man, I think when we look back, this draft's not going to be like anything wild at all. Know.
See, it's weird. It has a lot of talent on the top end, but it's not deep.
You don't think so? I think it's deep for receivers. I think it's one for edge rushers. I think it's one of the deepest in a long time. Like, geez, like for edge rushers.
Ooh, you want to hear my hottest take about this draft currently?
What?
So David Ajabo, he was my edge rusher 3 or 4. Him and Karlaftis have kind of been back and forth for me. You know, he just tore his Achilles.
Yeah.
People still have him going in the first round. I think he falls to 3 or 4. He becomes a round 3 or 4 pick. Achilles injuries are scary, especially for guys who rely on explosiveness. I think he drops hard. So if I'm the Jets, I hope that he's there late. Imagine if you can get whatever your top 2 guys are. Sauce and Garrett Wilson, Sauce and Drake London, and then get a Ajabo in the 3rd round. Or even the 2nd round.
Yeah, I think like that injury recovery like isn't what it used to be. It's a quicker turnaround, and I could see him going in the first to be still like even I don't like okay about Jameson Williams.
Oh, he's dropping as well. He probably would have been a top 10 pick if it wasn't for an Achilles.
He would have been. He's the top receiver.
He had an ACL, not an Achilles, which is very different. And
I'm just being an
everybody's
injury.
talking about the Achilles thing. Oh, well, it's not that bad because Cam Akers came back in less than 6 months.
I don't agree, bro.
Not everybody's Cam Akers.
Yeah.
Achilles is still a career ender. So, like, ACLs at this point, everybody comes back from those. It is what it is. Whatever. Like, when's the last time an ACL injury really stopped a guy?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't happen. But Achilles injuries are constantly ending careers.
Yeah, man. Achilles, man. I've seen people snap their Achilles in real life close up, man. And that is no joke, bro.
Right.
I seen guys tear their ACL, all that, and they're walking still.
Right. I mean, Phillip Rivers played an entire AFC Championship game with a torn ACL.
Yeah. So yeah, the Achilles, man. I seen grown men crying off that, man. That is just
Achilles is bad.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. We'll see. We'll see. I I don't see him going in the first round, but I who knows? Who knows?
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
there are teams. The Patriots are one of those teams that I could see just being like, he won't be here this year, but screw it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, they're one of those teams that like that. I can see them going for Williams, to be honest.
Right. I could see the Patriots going for Williams and Ajabo with their first two picks and just not using either of them for an entire year.
It works, man. Didn't remember Cowboys did that with what's his name, the linebacker Jalen Smith?
Yeah.
That worked out for a little.
Until Jalen turned bad.
Yeah, really bad. What happened, man? Jeez.
He was never that good. I think he just got a lot of tackles, which isn't that impressive to me. Because he wasn't the guy who would fly around and actually hit people. Like, because the one year that everybody talks about is the year he had 150 some tackles. Almost 50 of them were just because he was the guy standing closest to a guy when he ran out of bounds. Like, I don't know. He was never that dude. And then when asked to be the number one linebacker on a team, he got exposed. Without Leighton Vander Esch to kind of cover up the flaws, it just exposed him as, he's not that guy.
Yeah.
So.
Who knows, man? Who knows, man?
Any new games you're excited for? I know I'm transitioning away from NFL back to video games, but whatever.
Games. I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna be running Sea of Thieves and Destiny exclusively for a little bit. I'm gonna be. I always do a Star Wars stream on May the 4th.
Sure.
So I'll be running the Lego Star Wars, the new one, when it comes out.
Nice.
I think it comes out a couple of weeks, but it's not me. I gotta wait a month to play, I guess. Coming out that I'm excited for. Not really, man. To be honest, not like things will come out and I'll play them or stream them, whatever. But there's nothing like I'm really like going nuts for. I haven't had a game like that in a while, to be honest.
Right.
It's more so about content, like, oh, Destiny's getting a new thing or Call of Duty's getting a new whatever. Like, but new game in general, not really, man. I almost got tempted to jump on that Elden Ring phase and never got into it. Never made the move on it. But yeah. I don't know about that. How about you?
See, so I tried Elden Ring for one stream. Did not enjoy it at all. But I've also never played any of the Souls style games. Turns out I don't like games that make me want to punch myself in the face.
Yeah.
I don't like getting angry at video games. And so it's like, as cool of a story as it might have, the gameplay just bugged me. I don't know. Right now, there's nothing that's got me too hyped up, really. Still, I am super excited for Gotham Knights if that ever gets announced to finally be coming out. But
yeah,
it's one of those games where it's like it could come out in 2 months or 20 years. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows, brother? Who knows?
It just, I don't know. It keeps seeming like, gaming's getting exciting again. And then the games that come out are bad, and it just drains you from being hyped for anything else.
I feel like there's been good games coming out. I just don't feel like there's a game that's like I'm dying to play.
Right.
What do you think of that Harry Potter game?
I don't know.
I was hyped on it. I saw the trailer and I was like a little less hyped on it.
Right.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. Games that are announced that I'm excited for. Jedi Fallen Order 2.
Yeah.
The Old Republic, is that what they're redoing?
No, they're redoing Knights of the Old Republic, which is an entirely different thing.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, I mixed it up because I know you play the other one.
Yeah.
So is it a remaster or they're just doing a new one?
It's a remaster, I think.
I'll still take it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll be great because those games were great. So
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very excited for Star Wars Eclipse, which
What's
might
this?
never come out.
Never
So
heard.
it's made by the people who made Detroit Become Human, top tier game, by the way. If you haven't played it, Detroit Become Human is so good. It is. I honestly have no clue. They have released almost nothing about it, except like a trailer that made no sense. It just looked really cool. Let me see if I can go to their website and tell you some things. Star Wars Eclipse. So, it is. Here's what it says on their website. Star Wars Eclipse, a new action-adventure, multiple-character, branching narrative game set in the High Republic era. So, like, pre-Phantom Menace by a little bit, but not a ton. It's still in super early development. See the galaxy through the eyes of an ensemble cast of multiple charismatic playable characters, each with their own morality, personality, motivations, and impact upon each other and the story at large. With all new characters and environments, you have the power to make choices with consequences thanks to the many different outcomes in this deeply branching narrative. So basically you could play it 100 times and get a different ending every time you played it, which is great. Replayability is a thing you need. But it looks sick. I'm super hyped for it. But there's already been problems with the game, so who knows?
We'll see, man. A lot of cool stuff for Star Wars coming out, hopefully. Jedi Fallen Order has always been a special title.
Yep.
Knights of the Old Republic games. I used to play those a lot way back in the old Xbox days.
Yep.
I've never gotten to Old Republic, though. I know the difference. I get them mixed up sometimes when I say them.
Well,
but I know
it's because the
difference.
names are almost the same.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see. Harry Potter, cool. I'm trying to open up more to MMOs, bro. Like,
yeah,
I tried. Like, that's why I was considering Elden Ring in the past. I'd be like, nah, that's a no. It started last year. I tried to get into Elder Scrolls. Good buddy of mine tried to get me into that. I did play it a little bit, but ended up giving it up. And then I was committed. I was like, okay, New World. That was gonna be the game where I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna run into it. Like, seems like I did my homework on it. Seems like, hey, for seasoned MMO players, this is gonna be great. Plus, it caters to newer players as well, so it's the best of both worlds. And it seemed like the hype was real on it. Man, did that game sizzle. So that didn't work out. I knew about Elden Ring a while ago. I just never jumped on it. So here we are.
Games will definitely sizzle when the game itself is destroying people's computers. That'll happen.
Yeah, that, and there's just no content. There's no end game content like after end game.
The thing that bugged me the most with New World was that it was literally destroying people's computers. And it's like, okay, that's awful. How do you respond? And their response is, we've issued multiple patches to fix issues, but we also want to say it wasn't our game that killed your computer. It's like, if it wasn't your game that caused the issue, why are you patching it to fix it? Why are you just straight up lying to people? And then something else happened, and they lied again, so people were just like, okay, no. You've lost us. You're done. wild.
Very wild, bro. I'm just like literally checking it. I didn't even know if I had still installed. I don't though. Thank goodness.
I don't either. I never installed it, to be honest. But Star Wars The Old Republic's still good. I would love for an updated version of that game. Whether it's
Why
that
do you like
game,
that so much?
just the story is great. And I don't know. Something about being able to play a Jedi and actually make choices that matter is great.
Are
Well,
Skywalkers and all that storyline referenced at all?
no, because it's the Old Republic. The Skywalkers won't exist for another 20,000 years.
Okay.
So
True.
it's like pre.
Oh, like Yoda then. How about Yoda? Yoda's old as fuck.
He's not that old.
Really?
Yeah, he is not Old Republic old. Like, this is back Darth Revan, Infinite Empire era of Star Wars. It's a whole.
Okay. So like
wild
Malik
thing.
Revan, they're all referenced?
Yeah, Revan is referenced, but at this point he is dead, I believe,
Oh wow.
or something. Like,
Who kills him? I don't know that. That's weird. I say that. How does he die? Oh my god, I feel like such a stupid Star Wars fan saying that.
Because, well, it doesn't matter because Darth Revan doesn't actually exist. You know, like in canon currently he doesn't exist. So
Yeah, he does.
no,
He's canon now, bro.
the name might be just the same way the name Nihilus is canon, because
I have
there
the
were
book.
fleets in the Rise of Skywalker that were named Revan and Nihilus.
He's legit canon.
Hmm.
Minimally, but he is.
Which means none of what I'm about to say, if I can figure out who killed him, actually matters. Because that's
Oh, we're
probably
buying
not how
time
the
to find
story
out.
goes.
You don't know either. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. I know
Wild,
I
huh?
should, but
I know I don't know why.
I don't.
Everyone's always like, he's the baddest and blah blah blah. Like, who killed him? How'd he die?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out, but I don't know. Is it some bullshit like Darth Nihilus where he's not actually dead?
Yeah.
Because Darth Nihilus can't die. He's just devoid of power.
Yeah.
If somebody were to find his mask and put it on, Nihilus comes back.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck? Why is nobody telling me things?
I don't think it's written yet, to be honest.
Maybe not. Which is weird, because in the Old Republic, the game that I play so much, he's dead. Somebody had to kill him.
Yeah.
Actually, I also think he comes back in that game, but whatever. I haven't gotten there yet. But what? Weird.
Right.
Oh, apparently he was killed by an Imperial strike team. Interesting.
I'm gonna go stump my friend. Like next time I talk to him. How did Darth Revan die? Killed him.
Right? I guess there's your answer. He was killed by an well, he was defeated by an Imperial strike team. Hold on. Oh, well, that's how. Oh my god. Whatever. I don't care enough at this point. Doesn't matter. My brain doesn't need to try this hard for Star Wars lore. Like, for genuinely non-canon Star Wars lore, I'm gonna go ahead and just stop. Lucasfilm can tell me what happens later, and then I'll know.
Yeah.
I still wonder if them remaking Knights of the Old Republic is gonna make that canon. Are they adding that to canon now?
I'm not too.
I'd be down if they did, but
Yeah, that would be great. That whole Knights of the Old Republic era would be great. That's a great story. If they like use that and as the theme and elaborated more. But like
Right? Build
I
off of it
didn't
somewhere, but
okay, well, they're doing like High Republic books right now and I'm just not a fan of them. Like I can't get into them.
really.
Yeah. I read the first two. I didn't really get into it. It really wasn't a thing for me. I
Hmm.
don't know why.
I haven't even started to try to read them. It just
Well, I don't read them. I audible them, but yeah.
right. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what
That'd, that'd be awesome though.
I don't know what to
Evan
do
story.
with Star Wars now.
Dude, man, like there's just so much like I don't okay, that's what I don't like about Star Wars. Like I don't know why there's such a need to get off the Skywalkers and like talk about other stuff.
Because
Like you
everybody's
don't
sick of the Skywalkers.
I'm not sick of them. Like I'm not saying you have to make them the focal point anymore, but it's like why are we to them in a sense? You know, like saying like we don't need to do wow, okay, well no we're not because he's in the fucking book of Boba Fett, Luke Skywalker. But I mean like why do we need to get away from it like that? Like we don't need to. Like
Be-
that's Star Wars.
because the majority of people are sick of the Skywalkers. They want new content.
I don't
But
mind that. I just saying like that's
that's
Star Wars though. That's
you know
the
what bugs
fucking
me the most about Star Wars?
uh,
Star Wars fans. I hate them.
really. Why is that?
Not just the men, but the women and the children too. Sorry.
Why?
Because they're just so toxic all the time.
Hmm.
They have been the entire time both of us have been alive. Look at them literally forcing Hayden Christensen out of Hollywood because of how much hate they threw at him. The man quit acting and went to being a farmer because of Star Wars fans. Jake Lloyd, the original Anakin Scott, not the original,
Ooh-wee.
but baby Anakin,
Annie.
got turned into a drug addict because of all the hate he got. Like Rose Tico in the sequel trilogy.
Oh, that was bad. Yeah, her shit.
Hers was awful. The way that Star Wars fans think that because they don't like something, that means it can't be real and doesn't exist, annoys me.
Yeah.
The Rey Skywalker argument bothers me because people are stupid.
What bothers you about Rey Skywalker?
No, her name is Rey Skywalker, but the entire internet goes, no, she's a Palpatine. It's like, well, first off, that's not how it works. Second off, if she wants to be a Skywalker, do you know how easy it is to change your name? Both in real life and obviously in the Star Wars universe. Because if Rey's not a Skywalker, then none of the clones have names because they all just picked them. They're all CT numbers. Han wouldn't be a Solo. That's not his last name. Leia can't be an Organa. Padme wouldn't be an Amidala. She'd be a Naberi. That is her actual last name.
Oh, that's the argument. I thought you meant just Rey in general.
No, you can say whatever you want about her character, but the name thing bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I've had the thing where it's like, I said, because it says, in the movie it doesn't explicitly say it, because all you see is the Force ghost of Luke and Leia. Give her a nod. But in the Rise of Skywalker visual dictionary, it literally says that they adopted her as a Skywalker in that moment. They told her she is a Skywalker now. And people saying, well, it doesn't matter if she was adopted because that's not your real family. As someone who is adopted, it makes me want to punch you in the dick. I'm not okay with that. Don't pretending that blood relation is the only thing that matters is fucking stupid and it pisses me off. Mostly because I don't want to be associated with most of the people I'm related to by blood. They're not my family. So if Rey wants to be a Skywalker, then she just gets to be. That's just how it works. Welcome to life.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to that on that level. I know like I'm connected and stuff, but I'm not really That's never a movie. I remember like when Attack of the Clones came out, like everybody's always throwing their hands up, like this is ridiculous. I remember because like things weren't as such like when George Lucas ran shit. Sometimes a few things were a little like, for example, okay, his kids were big NSYNC fans, so there was a legit rumor. You can look this up that NSYNC was going to be one of the Jedi's in the Clone Wars war scene.
Uh-huh.
They were going to be coming down in one of those teleport ships and to go into battle and to run out, you know,
Yep.
on that scene. And so many fans made a big guff about that. They didn't end up doing it, but it was like in the process of being a thing, legit thing. So,
Right.
I don't know, man. It's with anything with like that,
So,
but I don't.
The only reason I get so into it is because TikTok, if you make a video talking about Star Wars, all of the crazies that I swear to God
Oh, okay,
don't
I
even
bet.
like Star Wars just hit you up in the comments and are, dude, I've received death threats because I called her Rey Skywalker in a video. It's like, that's her fucking name.
Yeah, that's bogus.
Like, good God.
The most I've been animated on Star Wars was like honestly ever is just on my passionate hate for The Last Jedi. How I hate that fucking movie, but I
Which-
still watch it. Not
and
like I don't.
Again, you can not like a movie. That doesn't mean you have to threaten and
Yeah.
belittle
yeah,
the
yeah.
people who are in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, Ryan Johnson gets an incredible amount of hate, and it's like, yeah, you don't have to like the movie. That's fine. You don't need to talk about the dude in really weird ways. Talk about his family and how they should all abandon him because he made a bad Star Wars movie. It's like, I want to see you write a better movie. The people that freak out about it so much, it's like, I want to see you write a better movie because I bet you can't. Like, I don't know. I didn't like The Last Jedi either. I still don't. It ranks towards the bottom of my list, but still enjoy it.
Took the spot. Yeah, it took the spot of Attack of the Clones, man.
See,
For me.
I don't know if it's that low for me,
It is easily.
but again, that's
I can take
it's all
things out of Clones that
opinion-based
I
stuff.
like. Huh?
It's all opinion-based stuff, anyways. So like, it shouldn't
Oh,
matter.
of course.
That's my other problem with Star Wars. Is everybody acts like there's just this definitive, this is the best Star Wars. It's like, no, it's all opinion-based. People are gonna enjoy things differently. That's how movies work.
I just don't get how the plot is that you run out of gas in space. Like that's the narrative there. You're getting chased by the First Order, you run out of gas.
Yeah.
Like in space. Like I never heard of that Star Wars. There's so many other things. The whole Cano Bite mission,
Yeah.
like that was for nothing.
Yeah, that wasn't the best.
Oh man.
But
It's just a messy movie, and I feel like when it comes to that movie, okay, let's put it to you like this. Attack of the Clones was whiny Anakin and a lot of other like shit, but at the same time, it had no effect on Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith was a good movie.
right.
I felt like Rise of Skywalker like had to spend half the fucking movie cleaning up the mess of The Last Jedi, clarifying things and fixing things and nullifying things. And I've always said the Rise of Skywalker should have been a 2-part thing, like how they did like with Harry Potter or
Sure.
Avengers. They should have had part one where it cleans up the shit, and then part two pushes the narrative that's Force Awakens was starting, which seemed really cool. But they didn't unfortunately do that, and I'm not on the panel for that. And like I just didn't. There's just too much mess, man. It's just it trickled into the next movie, and then it affected the trilogy in a sense. So it's just like that's why I just don't like the movie at all.
So, did you ever read the script for what Episode 9 was originally supposed to be? With
Now what?
Colin Trevorrow, who was supposed to be the original director. So it was originally the last movie was originally titled "The Duel of the Fates," and that script is very interesting. I don't know if it would have been a good movie either, but it would have been.
Are you okay with
interesting.
Palpatine coming back?
No,
I'm alright with it.
there was no reason for him to. I don't agree that it ruined Anakin's thing. No, it didn't.
How does it make you feel about Snoke?
See, that's one of the weird. See, I don't know.
Weird.
It's weird because I don't know. But let's be honest. If there was one singular person in the Star Wars universe who could cheat death, it would obviously be Palpatine.
Yeah.
Like,
Makes
super
sense.
powerful, controlled the galaxy. Like, I see why he would be able to come back, especially since he did in Legends anyways. Multiple
But what else
times.
do you do? What else do you do? That's my thing. What else do you do? Like, after Snoke died, I was kind of like, he's not really dead. He's gonna be like, aha, my final form. Like,
My
you know what I mean?
final
I thought
form.
he was dead, and it's like, what's the fuck's going on now? Like, I don't understand. I don't even get Snoke. I just got to know you. Like, I don't know your shit at all. Like, it was
Right.
really the build up on him in Force Awakens, and then everything, like him with how he manipulated Kylo Ren, and then so I
Yeah.
just don't.
But I do
Weird,
love
bro.
the scene from The Rise of Skywalker of Kylo walking into the lair of Palpatine and all the different voices you hear. You know, Palpatine, I have been every voice you have ever heard inside
See,
your head.
I seen a
I
scene.
love that.
I seen a fan edit. I wish I had it saved. Super dope, bro. Like, if that would have been real life, where it was like a fan edit where it had like literally all the former Jedis, like ghost versions of themselves, like all like
Yeah.
popping up on that final scene, dude. Oh my god, I would have got. I'm getting goosebumps right now
When the
thinking about
movie
it.
came out, I talked about how that's how they should have done it. Because
Yeah.
I said at the very beginning of when that happened, it should have been all of the Force ghosts, and the way that you could have framed it so Star Wars fans would be less mad is you see all of the Force ghosts of the Jedi, Mace Windu, Obi-Wan, Yoda,
Bro,
all of
hey.
the different Jedi, you know, hands out trying to help Rey.
Bro, you know what that moment would have been like? You remember that scene in Avengers where they all come out like that?
Yep.
Dude.
See, but I think the way you make it even better is you have them all trying to help Rey, and you see all of those Jedi, and she's still losing to Palpatine.
Mhm.
And then Anakin's ghost appears, steps out in front of everybody and puts his hand out. And that's when Rey starts being able to overpower Palpatine. Because you still get the Anakin being the chosen one, which he still is. Nothing ever changed with that, but whatever. You at least see it on screen. It's Anakin. That's the reason she was able to defeat Palpatine.
That's the whole series, bro. It's the Skywalker saga. So yeah, that makes sense.
So I think that would have been dope, and nobody would have been mad about it. I'm gonna tag you on a thing on Twitter. It's some concept art from.
The script, the
yeah.
Dual Fates.
It's
All right.
some of the original concept art. So you have Force Ghost Luke blocking Kylo's lightsaber with his hand. Sadly, a destroyed R2-D2 with a damaged R2-D2 with 3PO comforting him. Rey still being trained by Luke. Kylo having a Dagobah style vision where he actually fights Darth Vader. That would have been sick.
Awesome. Yeah.
You know, Rey getting a double-bladed lightsaber would have been sick. I like the double-bladed one.
You know, it was an underrated lightsaber. It was Dooku's. I like that one.
Curved hilt is nice.
Yeah. I like his style with it too. It's fucking slick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You want to know a theory I got? Check this out. Have you watched Book of Boba?
Yep.
Okay. I got a theory that, you know, those like flashback scenes where Grogu's looking at when Order 66 is going on at the Jedi Temple.
Yep.
I have a theory that Mace Windu saves him.
Dude, stop bringing people back from the dead. Let
No,
Mace
bro.
die.
He's not dead. I'm telling you.
Let Mace die.
Let Mace die. I don't think
Literally
it's gonna
let it be
happen, bro.
anyone
I think
else.
he's gonna come back. You're gonna allow Judo. That's when that moment happens on Disney Plus.
No, everybody's talking about how it'll happen. I just don't want it to.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to. There's no reason. Other than because it'll make some people kind of happy.
It will make people happy. Yeah, it's fucking
But
fucking
no,
fake.
but there also becomes a point where every single character you've ever killed just comes back, so death means nothing in Star Wars.
Mm,
We're already at that point. Every character already comes back any goddamn ways. Let
you're
people
sort of
die.
right. Except Vader.
Except he's back as a Force ghost, so I don't know. Force ghosts already dampen the significance of death in Star Wars enough. Let's stop having people be able to survive everything.
It's a Force ability, bro. It doesn't do anything though.
What do you mean it doesn't do anything?
It doesn't. They don't like. They can't impact anything. They can't jump in a
Yoda
fight and help
literally
out.
exploded a fucking tree with lightning.
Right, he did do that.
Luke literally caught a lightsaber as a ghost.
You're right. Fucking
So,
Last Jedi,
yes,
man.
they can. Hey,
Last
the Luke
Jedi.
one isn't Last Jedi. That's Rise of
Okay,
Skywalker.
maybe that's something.
So-
That's an involvement. That's the evolution involvement of the Force Ghost that's taking place now.
Well,
now
no-
they can come back. Now
well, no,
I'm
'cause
fully back.
No, because even Obi-Wan in the original trilogy, when he was a Force ghost on Dagobah and he's walking in Dagobah, you literally see him move vines out of the way to step through. And then he sits down on a log. Ghost shouldn't be able
Does
to
he?
sit. Yes.
Oh way, he moved
Yeah.
vines.
Yes.
I didn't see that.
With his
I never picked
hand.
up on that.
He just, yeah. Like, they've always been able to. It's just really annoying.
Well, yeah,
Because everyone that dies just comes back, and I'm over it.
yeah.
Even Boba, he should be dead. No, here he comes. Oh. The Book of Boba Fett has also been a really tough one for Star Wars fans from what I've seen.
Also,
Because Boba Fett wasn't as badass as he was in the original trilogy.
oh yeah, he got his ass whooped a lot.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah, it does.
Did
He's
nobody
older.
watch
I
the
get it.
original trilogy? No, I'm not. No, it makes sense that he gets his ass kicked. Did nobody watch the original trilogy? Boba Fett was never a badass. He said 2 total lines, walked on screen once. The next time we saw him, he got killed by a blind dude.
Okay, well, yeah.
Boba was never badass.
That's the thing.
He looked
a lot
badass.
of these, yeah, on the movies he wasn't. But yeah, like it was well regarded. It was referenced like he's one of the, bounty hunters, if not the best out there.
But
So.
like what I'm saying is, basing it off, I want the badass we had in the original trilogy. He wasn't. On screen, Boba's never been a badass.
That's true.
Maybe in some books that were never canon, he was. Because I think that's something else people got mixed up with the Disney thing. Legends and the expanded universe, all of that, has never been canon. It was never canon with George Lucas. He said the only things that are canon are the movies I made and the Clone Wars. Because, Rebels and the other stuff hadn't existed yet. That was it. That was all he considered canon.
Mara
No
Jade
books.
wasn't real?
No. None of that was. Ever. People just got confused about it and just, yeah. They just kind of accepted it as fact. So, I don't know. Oh, man. Star Wars. I don't know. I've made multiple videos and even have a podcast episode literally titled "No One Hates Star Wars More Than Star Wars Fans." So, yeah, I talk about it a little too much, but
All giddy.
the internet annoys me sometimes. But I guess it's starting to get that way with everything.
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
It's just annoying. Maybe the internet was a bad thing.
Maybe, man.
Well, is there anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, I feel like we touch on all the cool topics: streaming, gaming, comics, Star Wars, sports.
Yeah,
we got our topics that we kind of touch on every time. I like that.
That we did.
Yeah.
Well, I
have to revisit it again.
Absolutely. Have to do it again. Well, I appreciate you being on, man.
Anytime, bro.
Go ahead and follow JudoRed. It's JudoRed everywhere, right?
On Twitch, it's JudoRed. On socials, it's JudoRed _.
Okay, I do have that correct on the panel. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.